Everybody, it looks like we're live. If you can let me know that you can hear me. My audio levels look pretty good here. So I am on my laptop, so if you can see what's going on my screen, that's just kind of the way it is because I only have the one screen. But thank you guys for joining me this morning, everybody from Blockchain Kingdoms and from Maxi Labs and Our Planet. Fuzzy Super Pie says, hearing is good. Hey, thank you for joining us, Fuzzy. Thank you for joining us, Viz Numeris and Crypto Chibi, Joinity, Choinga Fanai, everybody who has said something in the chat so far. I am Robert Chusardi, the creator of Blockchain Kingdoms. We turn video gaming into passive income and paid work. For those of you who don't know me, basically, I have a company that is developing a 5 versus 5 arena. It is going to be on the blockchain, and we have a job token technology. It's actually very similar to the way that Axie scholarships work, in that you can play and earn with your token, and then you can also give it to other people, and so they can earn with your token. Also, we have launching very, very soon is our Metasource cards. They are available on our shop at shop.blockchainkingdoms.com. We are transitioning them into the Wax platform. That they're going to be available to buy with Wax in the coming weeks. There's only 1 mint of each of these cards, so they are super scarce. We only release 20 of them a week. And so I'm super excited for that Wax release. My business partner and I, Josh, are actually talking to people right now about possibly licensing some smart contracts and getting development really ramped up for the Metasource cards, so you can start earning with them, and you can start earning your daily land NFTs for crypto castles. Build your lands up in Kingdoms. So we're getting there pretty quickly. You cannot earn yet with our Metasource cards, but my business partner and I are working very hard to bring that feature to you very soon. Hello, Marley Roberts. Also in this stream, I'm going to be talking about I invented building in Our Planet. If you don't know what Our Planet is, it is a game where you are essentially kind of playing a bunch of creatures and they're trying to colonize a planet. And there are phases to this game. We are in the first phase of the Our Planet game, which is called the Invention phase. And basically, you and a bunch of other players try to puzzle out how to invent something new in order to colonize the planet. So the whole game there is that everyone is trying to figure out this puzzle, trying to guess the right combination of elements to craft a new element. So the element that I invented this morning, that element is now earning me 100,000 AETHER an hour. Let me go ahead and show you guys what that looks like on Our Planet. And also for fun, I think, let's see, I have the, oh, here we go. All right, so this is actually what it looked like when I invented building. If you guys are like me and you've been in Our Planet and you've been trying to invent things, you're with all these other people and you're watching them basically throw a ether into the furnace to try to invent something. Let me bring up the craft.ourplanet.dev. Also in this stream, we're going to be talking with Maxy from Maxi Labs. I want to do that in about 12 or 15 minutes. We're going to call up Maxi Labs on Discord, and we're going to chat with him about the collaboration that we're doing between him and Maxi Labs. You'll be able to earn Metasource cards using our tokens. So from time to time, we'll be making some of our assets available to buy with the Maxi Lab coins, and you can earn those Maxi coins. Max coins, not Maxi coins. You can earn max coins by talking inside of our Discord server very soon. That is the collaboration, as well as you can, if you're not already in the Maxi Lab Discord, you can also earn those coins in the Maxi Lab Discord, as well as other Discords that are partnered with it. Crypto Blades just partnered with Maxi Lab, so we're very excited to be working with them. If you're familiar with Our Planet, this tool right here may look very familiar to you. This is basically tells us how much AETHER is being spent in order to invent something. It's a lot. We before I made buildings, someone had invented cement, and people have been trying to invent cement for, well, a while. So I think almost 2 billion AETHER was spent, and 2 billion AETHER was almost like 12% of the total burn since they recently released these new elements. So it's basically, I don't know, tens of thousands of dollars that were spent trying to invent some of these. But yeah, so I'm going to kind of step you guys, before we talk to Max, I'm going to step you guys through what the experience was like with crafting this. And really quickly, let's just kind of jump back into the chat and see what's going on there. 2 billion AETHER. Close this one to help increase the speed. Let's see. Chewing Funny says, I can't hear the sound. Just you? Okay, just him. So happy for the collab. Me too. Me too. Guys got it. Like, Maxy is a real hustler. I was kind of dealing with our own stuff, trying to get our cards onto wax and get our systems developed so we can earn our tokens and stuff. And Maxy kept kind of like poking me, like, hey, like look what's going on over here. And I was like, so he's a real hustler. I like Maxy. He's a hard worker. He works hard for you guys who are in the Maxi Lab community. So before we talk to him, a little bit back into our planet thing. So I woke up really early. I had a notification on my phone. So my phone was basically going to send me a message when cement had been invented. So I was fast asleep at like 4 a.m. or something like that Pacific time. And I got the notification, cement had been invented, jumped into the app here, and I started crafting some things that would generate me some more AETHER inside of the Our Planet game. And about 2 or 3 months ago, the value of AETHER was about almost 90% of what it is right now. So so before I continue that story, let's actually just look at my earnings really quickly for, what was it? It's rp.anyhow. We're looking at doing some ads on this site for the Metasource cards. Still need to talk to Nick about that. But so this is the calculator. If you're not familiar with Our Planet, this basically tells me how much AETHER I'm earning per an hour at the current rate, how much it, how much everything's worth at the current rate. So inside of my account, what I'm now earning is 102 million AETHER a month. And at current rate prices, that is about 11,000 wax per a month, or $1,600 per month. Now, for some people, it's going to be like, holy crap, like that is a lot of money. And it's a pretty decent chunk of change. But in addition to that, the price of AETHER used to be 90% higher than this. So so potentially if AETHER were to climb back up to its old ranks, then this would actually be closer to over $10,000. Now I don't know if AETHER is going to climb back up that high again. I mean, I hope it does, but there's been drama around the game. We'll talk about that a little bit later in the show. But I hope it goes higher. I'm invested, but I've really enjoyed playing the Our Planet game. Sometimes it's given me a lot of drama, a lot of headaches with just the community things going on, and the game was not designed to give us hints. But because the difficulty of the game became exponentially higher the more things we invented, the developers have decided to start giving us hints, and it's still been pretty hard. Obviously, we spent almost 2 billion AETHER. I don't know how much that is. Maybe somebody could calculate the current cost for me about how much is, maybe Fuzzy Super Pie or somebody who's watching can figure out for me. How much is 2 billion AETHER dollar-wise right now? Because that's how much got burned trying to create cement. So anyways, back to the chat real quickly. So before this, I had about 30,000 AETHER per an hour. I had another 7,000 in Our Planet pools. I'm still waiting for that to come back because they're having some issues too. But I know they're working on them. Yeah, so what I had done is I pre-crafted a whole bunch of stuff. Like I just pre-crafted like a ridiculous amount of things. So I was able to collect for myself a lot of the basic elements to build building. And because the whole plan there is I want to start building library, and I think there's possibility buildings in library. I don't know for sure. I know people have been looking at the image for library and they're like, hey, that doesn't look like a building, but we know that the image doesn't have anything to do with the actual thing. So if someone were to tell me that, hey, you're going to craft a library or build a library, I think it would be a building of a library. But we'll have to see. I haven't made an attempt yet for building a library. But I built those base components for library, and I've done that here, and just crafted, pre-crafted a whole bunch of stuff. I can show you what I have pre-crafted right now. It's a lot less than it used to be after crafting all that stuff. I'm starting to try to craft up a bunch of plants and stones again. You see I have 2 buildings right here. But anyway, so I had a bunch of the stuff pre-crafted, and I basically had enough to build 3 buildings. And then so when we got up to cement concrete, so when we got to concrete, that was basically, everyone knew once concrete was invented, hey, we could create this, we could create building. So everybody started to try to create building. And like a lot of people, I had spent a bunch of AETHER trying to invent things before and failed. At the current value, I probably spent about $500 on trying to invent things and failing. It was almost 10 million AETHER that I failed in inventing. And then I dropped, let's see, where am I on here? So let's see if I'm still on this page. YHG. All right, so here I am actually with my failed attempt on my first building. And so what I was looking at was like, well, my first guess would have been concrete, tiling, wall probably, but that had already been tried. So I was like, okay, so it's not that. And that cost me 10 million AETHER, so that brought me up to about, I don't know, like 20 million AETHER now invested on failed attempts at crafting. And then I was like, well, my next guess after that would be concrete, tiling, wall. And so I went back here, and I saw that immediately the guy after me had tried concrete, tiling, wall. And I was like, crap. I'm like, if it's not that, well, then my only other guess is double concrete is in it. But then I'm like, that's just way too expensive. I mean, that just doesn't make sense. Like 2 concretes would be too expensive. And I'm like, what else could be in a building that would be necessary? And so I was like, you know what? There are bricks inside of wall. And I'm like, if I just threw a brick in there, it wouldn't make it, too expensive. And I was like, you know what? I felt like I was like 95% sure that it was brick, wall, tiling, concrete. I was like, that just makes sense to me. And so I just didn't think about it too much. I didn't overthink it. I was just like, I mean, I know all the closest possibilities I think have been tried. And I felt like this should be like a really easy one too. Like I felt like building should just be so easy. Like we got walls, we got tiling, we got concrete. We know that concrete's got to be part of it. And I was just like, it's got to be like so easy. Like it's got to be something easy. And so I took the leap. I spent another 10,000 AETHER, and then I got this screen. And I never gotten this screen before, so it was really cool. And the funny thing was that usually when I click like the construct or discover button, it comes up with a failed. But I think it usually does it very fast. So this time when I pressed it, it took a second, like it was thinking or downloading. It might have just been downloading this image because it would be like the first time I've ever had this image on my computer. But I was kind of like, wait a minute, like. Where's the failure screen? Usually it's just like failure. And I was like, wait, did I get it? Did I get it? And then bam, it came up, and I went into our Discord chat for Blockchain Kingdoms. You can, use the link at the bottom of this video. And I was like, guys, you're not going to believe this. So that came out to earnings of, 100 1,000 AETHER per month. Let's go back into editing stake here. The funny thing is that I'd crafted all commons after this. Like everything I got was commons. I made two. Look at this. Look at this. Like common limestones, common cements, common concretes. Those are all commons. And then I got the Venterprise. I actually did craft two buildings, common buildings as well. So just insanely ridiculous streak of commons. And then I gave those two common buildings away as gifts to some of our Discord members in Blockchain Kingdoms. And obviously, I was feeling generous, right? We do have a $10,000 in giveaways for our Metasource cards coming up if you want some giveaways. So we have 10,000. So we're going to be giving away about 40 Metasource cards. It's about $10,000 worth. We have, I think we have close to, I think it's like 200 cards yet now that are unsold, that are not in that batch, that will be coming to the Wax platform. But anyways, before I look at the chat again, I just want to say a huge thank you to all of our community members in the Blockchain Kingdoms Discord. Like you guys have been, don't feel like I'm making an Oscar speech here, but you guys are with me there, like trying to figure out how to craft things on our planet, and what is the next big blockchain game that we should get into. Right now, we think it's D&D. Also, Yield Games is going to have a token apparently releasing tomorrow. Yield Guild, that's what it is going to have its token tomorrow, so we think those might be big. But really, I wouldn't be half as successful at playing these games as I would be without the blockchain community's Discord, especially inside of our Wax Gaming channel. We're kind of the hive mind in there. So if you want to join us, join the Blockchain Kingdoms Discord at the bottom of this video. And we are constantly looking at how to get an edge in this market. And I think we probably have some of the smartest people hive minding together inside of Wax Gaming, inside Blockchain Kingdoms Discord. That's kind of my thoughts that I have on that. I do want to call up Maxy in a minute, but let me know, do you guys have any, maybe I can take like a question or something here. Oh yeah, there's no giveaway yet, sorry. 31, Jointy says $31,000 is how much was spent trying to invent cement. Someone else said 35K. So people just throwing money trying to invent stuff. It's kind of incredible. Oh yeah, Healthy did have a mythic pull last night. Devi Metal says that Healthy, who is a community member in Blockchain Kingdoms Discord, says that he pulled a mythic. What was it? Cement? No, concrete. Mythic's concrete. And it's funny because Healthy, like a week or two ago, he after what was it? Plastic was invented, I think, or scissors. It was after scissors was invented. Healthy was like, you know what? I think that T-shirt is scissors, cloth, and then like the very next day, it ended up that was actually the ingredients for backpack, which is I think worth like $184,000 AETHER for that invention. And he had and hopefully doesn't mind me saying, but he had a couple of common pulls after that. I think he was kind of raging on it and trying to craft. He was like, I missed out on it. And so he rage crafted a couple of backpacks and like t-shirts and things. And they all ended up common. So he deserves every bit of success that he has. He got that mythic pull on concrete last night. So it was good for him. And honestly, it was Healthy getting that mythic, and me watching him get that mythic made me just like, it lit a fire in my butt. It got me like excited, enthusiastic, and I was like, you know what, like that just sucks. I've gotten like I don't know how many commons in a row. This is supposed to be my awesome chain craft. I've chain crafted at least 2 of these, and I've missed out on at least 1 NFT almost per craft, and I was like, you know what, like this common run sucks. Like I'm gonna have to make my own damn luck. So I think I got into the zone, right, for crafting the building. I was like, I want a mythic. So that was a really fun experience. And I appreciate Healthy encouraging me to kind of get into the zone there and laser in on making building and you know, basically get the same amount that a Mythic earns by inventing it. You know, huge thanks to everybody else who participates in our planet. Like, I know a lot of us are in there throwing things into the generator, trying to invent things, hoping we'll be the one. And, you know, only one person can invent these things. And that's the game, you know. And so I appreciate everybody playing with me and helping whittle down the possibilities, because I definitely would not have crafted building without the other players participating and trying those combinations. Yeah, Healthy also helped us out with D&D. I got into D&D at like $3 something, and it's at 12.5 right now. But you know, so that's, it's almost like a like 5x now. I've kind of been buying on the way up as well. But the more I see about this game, the more I like it. Where's before we get to the call with Maxi, I haven't forgotten. Oh, there it is. There's the armory. So yeah, so I also got lucky here this morning. I found out that if you stake at least 100 LP into the fantasy farm, you had a chance of getting one of the NFTs to use in the dungeon for D&D. I think this could be the next Crypto Blades, very, very possibly. I think it's more my style anyways. I think it's going to be kind of simpler and less, I think less complicated to use inside Crypto Blades. But still early. It's in the top 2,000 market caps, where Crypto Blades is top 200 market caps. But I got this on the drop. This is the second best thing you could get on the drop. There was a 4-star sword as well as a 3-star sword. So the 3-star sword, I think they gave out about 600 of these. And then it was the 4-star that gave out, I don't know how many, it was like 100, 150 of those ones. But hey, I'll take it. I mean, I've had a pretty good run over the last while. But yeah, I think D&D here could be the next one of the next big blockchain game things to get into, next to the Yield Guild drop that is happening tomorrow. So I'm going to call Maxi here in a minute, but before that, I want to check the chat real quick. Dungeon swap, yeah. I'm always sleeping on these got invented, but Maxi says I was sleeping while these got invented. Oh no, that's why. Yeah, that's why I had it set up on my phone, and so every time I get like a text or something, it wakes me up. But I'm like, damn it, I'm gonna get on this chaincraft even if I have to wake up in the middle of the night. Let's see. So David says he's only awake for inventions because his dog woke and let him in the middle of the night. Did you invent anything, Debbie, or you were just awake for it? Yeah, so I'm gonna call up. Maxi here. So if Maxi doesn't mind, you're probably gonna see his chat on Discord. I'm going to plug in my audio. And we're going to celebrate the Maxi Lab collabs. We're going to talk about what Maxi Labs is, its community, and you know, what kind of value he's providing there for people. Let's see. This is going to be delayed for him, so he's probably going to be surprised. Let's see. Oh, I can probably do it this way. Let's call Maxi. And also in this call, I'm going to go over the Metasaurus cards and some changes we've made that I think you guys will hopefully be excited for. Oh, I don't hear Maxi, guys. Doesn't look like it. Oh, there he goes.
Hey, people.
There he is, guys. There's Maxi. Let me double check your audio levels. Guys, let me know if you have trouble hearing Maxi, if you can't hear him, or if he's too low with the audio. Please let me know.
How is it going?
It's going really well. I obviously had an awesome morning inventing, building. It sounds really
Yeah,
weird
man,
to say
congrats
it.
for that.
Thank you. Yeah, it sounds really weird to say it. Like I invented building. Yeah, it's kind of a weird experience. Let me keep the chat open so I can see people's chat. Top chat. Do pop out chat. I have to use my laptop, so it's kind of constricting in terms of screen space. But how are you doing today? It's early. What is it like evening? It's evening for you now, or
It's kind of evening now.
right? It's
All
it's
good, all good. Thanks for asking. I'm super hyped for what is happening now and what's gonna happen tomorrow.
Oh yeah, our drop. We're dropping a bunch of free stickers for people, right?
Yep, we have to settle down the max mint amount.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, what do you think's a good amount?
Well, it's up to you, man.
Mm-hmm. Well, we only have about I think 500 active members or so on our Discord, which reminds me that we actually have a whitelist right now for this sticker drop. So if you want to get into the whitelist, you can join the Blockchain Kingdoms Discord at the bottom of this video. It is for our community of Blockchain Kingdoms, and so if you want to join it and join the community, uh-oh. Hopefully the stream is still working. Can you hear me, Maxi?
Yep.
Okay, because I think the stream cut out for a second because I was I was having a window pop out, and then I think that made the stream maybe crap out for a couple of seconds. So hopefully everybody's still with us. um, okay, so I mean, how many members are you in your community in the Maxi chain?
So far, we had in 72 hours about 1.1k people joining.
But how much is that total? I mean, that's a lot joining, but
Like
total.
3.5 no or 3.6k people so far within a month and a week, something like that.
Nice. So maybe we could get some feedback from people in the channel. How many stickers should we drop? We don't want to drop too many, right? But I'd love to hear their feedback.
Yeah,
Uh,
we usually set it up to 2.5k, but if your community might get bigger than that if you actually open a game, so we
mm-hmm,
can open up to 5k.
mm-hmm. That's a good point. 5K sounds like a good number because we don't have earning for our Metasource cards yet. But we're working hard on it. Like we are talking to people, we're making moves. We're really about to pull triggers on some decisions when it comes to development our meta source cards, and there's a very strong possibility that we'll be able to license some technology and get it to people even faster. It's all kind of tentative, but it's been top my priority list for a while. It's one of the reasons we actually haven't launched our cards on Wax yet. I've been talking about it for a long time. I'm like, we're going to launch them in 2 3 weeks, 2 3 weeks. But I keep cracking on other aspects of the business because I want these cards to be very successful. I want these collectibles to be highly sought after, and so it's all about lining up the dominoes, right, so that can be successful for people who are holding our cards. My plan has always been to sell out of our cards soon after we release it on the Wax blockchain. So I'm doing what I can to set up those dominoes so people can buy our cards, earn our tokens, merge our lands. I'm really excited for it. And because I think it's going to be a lot of fun. But I'll talk a little bit more about our white paper. I'll go over a white paper after we're done with the call. But Maxi, why don't you tell us like how you got started with Maxi Chain, what it is, because not everybody who's going to be watching this video later is going to be familiar with Maxi Chain. So why don't you tell us like what it is and how you got started?
Yeah, we started kind of 2 months ago, just with an idea. Well, the Discord server is old enough. It has kind of 2 years, I don't know. But we started really active within 2 months.
Yeah,
Uh,
you have like what you said, almost like 3,500 users in 2 months.
yeah,
Yeah, I've been doing this for a year, and I only have, I think, like 600. So obviously some have come and gone, but I mean, you're doing something right, right?
yeah. You always have to catch people.
Right, yeah, but you're providing people with a lot of value with your
Yeah,
Maxi Labs.
I'm always trying to do a win-win situation, so
Hmm.
people is always satisfied, and this way we always grow. So it's not on me. Actually, community grows itself.
Right, and what you've done is you've created a Discord community where people can come in, they can mine the max coins, and
Yeah,
by either talking, if you own certain stickers, or if you own like a membership that you offer, you can get bonus earnings. And this Maxi coin, so everybody is clear, is not like a blockchain based currency, at least not yet. I think you said you're kind of undecided so far on the exact trajectory of that, but for now they're basically currency that is purely like Discord community based, but you can still do things with that currency. You can go into your Discord, you can go into like a shop, and you can redeem your max coins for, I think, skill. You said is something that's been available,
yeah.
which is the crypto blades thing that's blown up from like $1 to like 124 in the last week or two. It's
We we
nuts.
actually we actually gave away over $5K within skill.
Wow. So you guys gave away $5,000 for free to your community members who were earning
Yeah,
the max coins. That's awesome. I mean, yeah, that's great for people who might not have been able to afford their own skill. So part of our collaboration with you is not only are we releasing stickers for Blockchain Kingdoms tomorrow at it is 19 o'clock UTC,
UTC. Yeah,
which is noon, which is 12 p.m. Pacific time, and so that drop is happening tomorrow. And so if you wanted that whitelist, you can go ahead and join the Blockchain Kingdoms Discord. There's an announcement there where you can go to the whitelist and submit. That's only going to be open until tonight, because I want to make sure that we give Maxi enough time to put his whitelist in. But otherwise, now it sounds like we're thinking of dropping 5K of those stickers for current and future community. They are going to be free. You know, it kind of makes sense actually, is if we drop less, we drop more like 2,500 stickers, and then at a later date, we just let everyone know that we're holding some for future deployment, and then we just deploy more later, because we probably don't need
yeah,
any
yeah,
more
yeah.
than like 2,500 stickers right now. I mean, if we do, if like 2,500 people join our Discord, that's great. But I think maybe we'll just kind of play that by ear to see if we need to release more, and just release 2,500 for now. So yeah, so you'll also be able to earn Metasource cards using the Max coin. I think some people already have quite a few Max coins accumulating. I saw, so we don't know how often our cards will be available on the store, but they will be available. And then later we're going to release our Crypto Castles game, which is a card merging game on Wax. And so when we release that, you will also see those Crypto Castle cards also show up on the Maxi store in their Discord. So those will be available as well. And the cool thing is our Metasource cards actually have a retail value of $250, because each of our cards is uniquely made. There's only one mint of each. Actually, let me go to our shop. Actually, I actually think I heard one of your community members had come in and bought one of our cards yesterday. Let's see. It was one of the
Yeah.
EV Rainwater. Yeah, if he's listening, I actually sent him an email. I didn't check my emails this morning, but if he gives me his Wax address, I can send it to him, because I don't have it set up yet to go directly to people's Wax address yet. So I have to do it manually, and I haven't set it up in the store, because I've been kind of focused on just getting all of these put onto Wax. But anyways, yeah, these are Metasource cards. So there's only one of these cards. So when your community member, when he bought this Rainwater 1. She is the Club Phantasm Factory. She is a cyberpunk card, and she's part of batch 29. We're about 40% sold out of all of our cards right now. And so there's only one of these. Like, this is it. Like, this is going to be the only one card of this card. And we release 20 of them a week. And the way these work is if you collect the same type of card, like Cyberpunk, that's going to give you an income bonus. Here it says 1%. We've actually changed that to 2.5. It's in the white paper. I just haven't updated the metadata here because I'm full on the wax launch and kind of now starting to lead the store to legacy a little bit. This is actually the last batch we're going to release on the store until the wax launch. But anyways, if you collect the same type of cards, is going to earn you bonuses. So if you collect Space Opera cards, those will earn you bonus per a matching card that you have for those cards. So this is like a Metaverse card here. This is a fantasy card. And so there's also factions. Like this guy's faction is Arbor of AETHER. And so if you collect the same matching types and factions, you get an even bigger bonus. So since we have adjusted these earnings or these bonus earnings to 2.5%, if you collect like all 5 of these Arbor of AETHER cards, then each of them will get a plus 20% earnings for those cards. And if you were to go to, like, say, the next week and you were to buy all these other fantasy cards, well then, if you were to buy these ones, it would also get the 20% bonus. But if you own these cards and you own these cards, you get extra bonuses for having those same types, which would be plus 10% bonus for. So these would now get a 30% bonus earnings, and these would get a 30% earnings because you own all these cards and you own all these cards. So it kind of stacks that way, accumulating based on same type and same faction. And we only release one faction a year. So that really makes these collectible. So a year from now, someone is going to be hunting around for that same faction that you might have if you buy it now. So that's kind of the way we designed it. And these also drop you NFTs. If I go onto Atomic Hub, go to our Metasource cards. Here we go. So here's a collection. We're still working on some things, but we are whitelisted now. Let's see. I just want to look at the collection. Are you still with me, Maxi?
Yeah, man.
Cool. Yeah. Thank you for.
I was just saying in chat that we can actually mint now some stickers and throw people on live if you want.
What's that?
So I said in chat that we can actually send people some stickers now that are on your live if you want.
Yeah, sure. Do you want to take charge of that? Because I'm obviously you're the one who sends them. But yeah, sure. Do some giveaways. I
just throw them some links. It's okay.
Okay. Oh, got it. That's a really smart way to
inviting you to the live stream, man.
That's a smart way to do it. Why can't I see? I thought I should be able to see the whole listing of Metasource cards on here. You know what? Here, let me just go on to. There's an easier way to do this. It's just a different browser. It's not loading. I want to show people the backing of our cards because it's a good way to show them how the ecosystem works. Here we go. Actually, let's go here. See, I'm waiting to send this guy his card. But here we go. So the way these work is we have another game called Crypto Castles, and in Crypto Castles you can collect these. You essentially the Metasource cards actually drop these lands. They drop a certain rarity every day, and so the Metasource cards are actually part of an ecosystem that includes the Crypto Castles game. So so not only do you earn these tokens hourly, but you drop these farms from your card. And then you can merge those cards into bigger, badder lands like ranches and villages. up to a castle, and we just made modifications to our white paper where now you can actually manufacture crypto castle lands from the MetaSource cards. So you'll basically tap it, you'll spend a certain amount of MetaSource tokens, and it'll be like on a 12-hour cooldown, and then you'll be able to produce a farm. And when you have a castle, when you finally built up to a castle, you can actually tap the castle, burn some tokens, and your castle will produce a farm as well. The castle produces a tremendous amount of MetaSource tokens, so it's a great way to kind of turn your castle into a farm factory. And in addition, you get these festival tickets, which allow you to win more rewards every month. We have a festival every month where you can submit your tickets and get placed into a lottery. I'm going to probably just go over the white paper really quickly at the end of this video. Actually, I have a meeting at 11 for Blockchain Kingdoms. So I have to go, so it might not be too long. But I'm really excited about the changes we've been making to this and all this stuff that is coming up. So yeah, thank you, Maxi, for sitting with me through that explanation. So one thing we didn't talk about was you also created your partnership with Crypto Blades. So how did that come about? Like, how did you get that partnership? Because that's a pretty big deal, and that was one of the things that made me realize, hey, this guy's pretty serious about what he's doing.
Yeah, so I'm on Crypto Blades since day one, and I've been helping them much with marketing and bunch more graphics. And however, I'm a good friend of Grudge.
Who's Grudge?
The actual owner of Crypto Blades.
Cool. Yeah, I didn't know who he is, but you've been a fan of his?
Yeah, of course.
Nice. And so you already had some familiarity, it sounds like, and you guys just got in touch and made it work?
Yeah, so he was actually already supplying us with his currency skill, as you know it, since a month or so, but we didn't make anything official until like last week, something like that, for 3-4 days.
Oh wow, that's really recent. Yeah, it just astounds me how fast your community has grown.
And it's just the beginning.
Yeah, right. Like, yeah, and this whole space is blowing up really fast.
The whole thing gives me free hand to pick actually any project that it's actually decent to work for every one of this community.
Well, I'm sure they appreciate that. I mean, I appreciate that, being a community member, and you know, it's the other thing too.
Cheers, man.
Go ahead.
I said cheers, man.
Cheers. Yeah, cheers. That's one of the things I really like about the Wax community is the sense that everyone's kind of winning together. But you know, something that really kind of came together for me when I was looking at your Discord channel was just how enthusiastic people are just about the collecting part of this. And you see it in Our Planet drops. They do a lot of promo. You know, the unofficial Discord for Our Planet, the community Discord. They do a lot of drops. They do a lot of like you know, art community stuff. So sometimes I've seen a lot of drama around Our Planet, and anybody who's been to my Discord knows I hate the drama. Like, I hate drama. Like, if people drama and start fighting in our Discord, I basically give you one warning: I kick you. It's like I have no problem with that. But when it comes to Our Planet, sometimes I feel like there's so much drama, and I'm just like, but you look at the community, like the community is pretty strong. Like, you know, they have the Our Planet unofficial community Discord where they create fan art and they promote them, and you know, they do a lot of work there, and they have a bunch of moderators in the Our Planet community. You have Luffy and was it Absolute, who do the live streams for Our Planet, and so
yeah, the guys are doing an amazing job.
Yeah, right. And like, they don't have to do that. They choose to do that, you know. And it's because they like the game, they like the community, and they want to make it strong. And I kind of see the same. I haven't been in your chat a whole lot, but just looking at it, it seems like the positivity is kind of like bouncing off the walls. and you know, I think it's probably a function of your leadership as well. And but I love that about Wax. I love that everyone's kind of here to collect together, to win together, and we all see that the space is growing very fast. So like, so I love the monetary aspect of it, right? Like a lot of my videos I talk about ROI, earning and getting an edge in the game. But when I kind of just step back and I look at especially the Wax community, there's a lot of togetherness just around the fun of collecting, just the fun of being here and doing this stuff, just talking about what's dropping, what's going to get it. When I was talking to you and I was like, oh, so like, do people pay for these stickers? Like, what's the deal? And you're like, no, like they're free. It's like for the community. And I was like, whoa, like that's really awesome. And I think it really started to give me a sense of what you're up to with Maxi Labs.
Yep.
So, why don't you, I guess, do you ever do these interviews very often, or?
No, really, I'm not that used to that kind of thing.
Well, I know the feeling. When I got started, it was kind of awkward for me too. I think if you go back and you watch my videos, I think I was much more stilted, like, and it just, it's gotten easier the more I've done it.
Yeah, we have to learn that.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you really do. And I didn't know that at the time. It's like, well, I'll just get in front of the camera and I'll talk, right? And it'll work. but now I watch the videos that I do now versus much earlier, and I'm like, well, I'm way more looser. I'm just more free with myself, and it works. I think it works much better, now than it used to be. But it did take some time, and I wanted to ask that because I wanted to ask a bit about you, because you might have like members in your community and things who might not know like you and what you've been up to. And you said that you've been doing marketing, so I thought maybe you could just share, like, with your community members, some of your like background. How did you get here? How did you get to be, Maxi of Maxi Chain or multi chain?
I actually started working online 12 years ago, something like that. So I started just promoting different industries like movies or gaming, or actually game hacks. And in time, I don't know, I actually got these skills just by following what real companies are doing and doing that for myself.
I mean, that's a great way to learn. So you were kind of looking at what everyone else was doing and trying to learn from their
Yeah,
successes.
and I've been one of the first to stay on social medias like Facebook, or just when YouTube was released, I was the first to publish videos, sort of thing.
Yeah, you said you had a big account that for some reasons no longer active, which is too bad.
Yeah, I had a lot of them, not just one or two.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and that was something I noticed about you too. Is you're really industrious, but yeah, I love that technique, and it seems like it's really working for you. That taking what you've learned to grow community. And,
yeah, of course, it takes time, and you don't learn you don't learn that in 2-3 days.
Yeah, I get that. As our business is built much slower than I thought it would. We did have a point where we had raised like $100,000 on WeFunder, and we've been working with their coordinator for like over a year. And then it wasn't until we had almost like $100,000 raised that they told us, they're like, actually, we talked to our bank about a risk assessment, and they don't want to support companies that are involved with cryptocurrency, or making their own cryptocurrency. And later I was like, but wait, you have these other guys who have a cryptocurrency. Why is their campaign still running? They didn't answer me. They did connect us with another company, so I don't have any hard feelings, because I feel like I should have done it way earlier. But anyways, I mentioned all this because I thought, what, I'm probably being too hard on us, because my partner Josh joined the business, we started to build it much faster. Like he when he joined, it kind of like 2 to 3x our speed in terms of doing things. It kind of was kicking the teeth a little bit to get lose out on the $100,000 or $200,000 that we're raising on WeFunder, but we just keep working on it. We've been knocked down, at least 1 or 2 times. Sometimes with our advertisements, we got kicked off of Facebook. They're like, nope, you can't post like cryptocurrency advertisements without a cryptocurrency license. I'm like, we're a small business. Cryptocurrency license costs $150,000. Like we're, that's just to pay it. That doesn't even count like the vetting. So we keep running into obstacles, but I do agree with you. Like the harder we work, the more we work. The easier it gets. And this is my first time becoming a CEO of a big company, but I've worked for startups in the past. But yeah, I really like what you said there about working and learning. Probably a lesson there for everybody.
Yeah.
So I do have a business call at 11 o'clock. I did say I was going to share my priority list. It's not the same thing. It's going to share our white paper. So we keep our public documents for blockchain kingdoms. So we do have a link to our latest white paper inside of our Discord. You want to go check it out. I cover Metasource cards, who we are. This is me, my partner Josh, and our co-founder Night Sky. What are Metasource cards? How do they work? How do they earn? Here are all of the Crypto Castle cards, and you'll upgrade these by merging 3 of them from right to left: farm, ranch, village, town, city, castle. And the castle will allow you to manufacture more farms. And I really like how the ecosystems come out. You've tried to learn from other blockchain games and what's worked for them, what hasn't. Here's our release schedule. We're only releasing 20 a week this year, and then after that starts to go down by about 4 cards. And so by year 5, we only have about 4 cards being released per a year. And talks about how the earning goes, the cost for the land production and the farm production, the merge rewards. And this is a fun part too that I really don't get a focus on, but I think is one of the fun aspects of the game is the festival tickets. And the land refunds. So when you merge, you get a potential to get either bonus lands, and it's kind of like getting like a rare or mythic combination when you merge, and you also get festival tickets, which allows you to get prizes or raffle into prizes at the end of the year. So with all that information on our Discord, I'm not linking it to a site officially yet. All this stuff is kind of a little bit still tentative until I fully finalize it and publish it to the website. But you can see a sneak peek by joining our Discord. So let's see what people have to say in the chat right now as we close it down here in a minute or two. Savan Zagorni asks, is token based on wax? I think it's going to be an EOS token, actually, our Metasource token. But you can access it through a wax wallet. The same way as like AETHER works, and I think TLM works. Basically, same thing. If you can go on Alcor, you should be able to get our token on Alcor. Let's see. Like, cool. So it doesn't look like anybody has any questions for us before we shut down the stream. It might be lagging now by a minute or two. I don't know why, but it seems to kind of lag the more time that goes on. Do you have any other messages, Maxi, before we sign off for now?
Yeah, I just want to thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you, because you're the one who made this partnership happen. You reached out to me, and
looking forward to improve this together.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the stronger we make the wax community, I think the more opportunities there's going to be for everyone.
Yeah, exactly. Because wax work only on communities.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%. One day we'll be on Binance Launchpad, and then everybody will know about wax. Like, I'm waiting for the Super Bowl commercials. I can't wait till you see, the Street Fighters and the R Planets and the Metasource and Nova Rallies. I love Nova Rally and Green Rabbit. Like, see like all the Super Bowl commercials for those things, and the Axes commercials. Like, I think I think all this stuff is coming. You'll see them like on the major advertising spots and stuff. All right, so so everyone remember, if you're not a part of the Maxi community, go ahead, join the Maxi community Discord link at the bottom of this video. Join us at blockchainkingdoms.com. Go to shop.blockchainkingdoms.com to get your cards before we release them on the Wax platform. And I'm trying to line up the dominoes so when they do release on Wax, they release very strongly and they go quickly. Yeah, thank you so much, Maxi. I really appreciate you and everything that you do for everybody, and we're going to set up that drop for tomorrow, and we'll chat with you guys.
Cheers and thank you.
Cheers. Cheers. Cheers, you there. All right, goodbye, everybody. Thank you for joining us. There's the fun part. Shut down the stream. Wait for the window to load. Oh, there we go.